Today we honor our common ancestor, Nancy Warriner, the wife of Sanford Porter, and her ancestors. Nancy Warriner was born July 29, 1790, at Vermont, Orange County, Vermont, the daughter of Reuben Warriner and Sarah Colton. Vermont has a population of about 400,000 and joined the Union in 1791, the 14th state to do so. The state of Vermont is due north of Massachusetts.
Nancy Warriner and Sanford Porter went to the same schools, attended the same socials, went to the same church, and became sweethearts. In those days, the rule of the eldest son in a family to inherit the father's entire property forced the younger sons to go out by themselves and make their fortunes. So Sanford, being the third son, left Vermont and Nancy to make his way in the world. With Nancy, to whom he was betrothed, he left his promise that as soon as he had a homestead of his own, he would come back for her. He went into western New York State and made a claim on land and went about the arduous work of clearing and planting. Sanford and Nancy went to the little Baptist church at Vermont, where Sanford's grandfather, Thomas West, was minister, and where for 3 consecutive Sundays they stood while the marriage banns was spoken. They were married on New Year's Day, January 1st, 1812.
Sanford and Nancy moved west to Pekin, Illinois, and there in the summer of 1831 were visited by 2 Mormon elders, Lyman White and John Carrill. They accepted the doctrines of this new church and were baptized August 10, 1831. Nancy and her family arrived at Independence, Jackson County, Missouri, March 1st, 1832. There they built a house on a 20-acre farm. At Nauvoo, Illinois in 1841, Nancy was proxy in doing baptisms for the dead in the Mississippi River for her mother, Sarah Warriner, and her sisters, Sally and Cynthia. Nancy and Sanford were endowed in the Nauvoo Temple, January 1st, 1846, and sealed for time and all eternity as husband and wife, February 3rd, 1846.
Nancy and her family left Council Bluffs June 15, 1847, just 2 months after the first company led by Brigham Young. They passed the famous landmarks of Chimney Rock and Independence Rock. The wheels of the heavy wagons cut deep grooves into the rock that can be seen to this day. Nancy and her family arrived in the Salt Lake Valley October 1st, 1847. 3.5 months of hazardous travel for Nancy, now 57 years old. They settled in Centerville, just north of Salt Lake City in 1850, and built an adobe home. In 1862, Nancy and her family moved to Porterville. Nancy cared for the sick and was often the midwife when new babies came to the families in the settlements, and she lent help and provision for those in need wherever she found them.
With all her trials and hardships, Nancy never lost the charm of her lovely womanhood. Her large black eyes kept their bright sparkle. Her long dark hair was only etched with gray, and the beauty of her lovely spirit shone in her sweet motherly face. Her children kept their love of her deep in their hearts. Nancy Warriner Porter died Monday, May 2nd, 1864, age 73, at Porterville, Morgan County, Utah, and was buried there Wednesday, May 4th.
Nancy Warriner's father was Reuben Warriner, who was born at Springfield, Hampden County, Massachusetts, November 17, 1756. Massachusetts has a population of about 5 million and joined the Union in 1788, the 6th state to do so. Springfield today is a very large and modern city with paved roads, etc. Reuben married Sarah Colton February 15, 1783, at Springfield. She bore him 9 children. Reuben served in the Revolutionary War, and through him we have the right to membership in the sons or daughters of the American Revolution. He died at Vershire, Orange County, Vermont. Reuben's parents were Reuben Warriner and Sarah Willard. Reuben Warriner Sr. was born March 6, 1732, Julian calendar, 1733, Gregorian calendar, at Springfield, Hampden County, Massachusetts. He married Sarah Willard February 3, 1756, at Springfield. She bore him 2 children. Reuben died December 29, 1758, age 25, at Springfield. Reuben's parents were Benjamin Warriner and Mercy Bartlett. Benjamin Warriner was born April 15, 1698, at Springfield, Hampden County, Massachusetts. He married Mercy Bartlett October 20, 1726, at Springfield. She bore him 10 children. Benjamin Warriner died January 22, 1764, age 66, at Springfield. The parents of Benjamin Warriner were James Warriner and Sarah Alvord. James Warriner was born January 21, 1640, Julian calendar, 1641, Gregorian calendar, at Springfield, Hampden County, Massachusetts. He married Sarah Alvord July 10, 1689, at Springfield. She bore him 6 children. James Warriner died May 14, 1727, age 86, at Springfield. The parents of James Warriner were William Warriner and Joanna Searle. William Warriner was born about 1581 at Lincolnshire, England, and married Joanna Searle July 31, 1639, at Springfield, Hampden County, Massachusetts. She bore him 3 children. William Warriner died June 2, 1676, at Springfield. The parents of William Warriner were William and Alice Warriner. William Warriner, the last of our known Warriner ancestors, was born about 1549 at Lincolnshire, England, and married Alice about 1574, also at Lincolnshire. We know of only 1 child born to this couple.
Sanford and Nancy Warriner Porter were the proud parents of 13 children, 9 sons and 4 daughters.
Chauncey Warriner Porter was born October 20, 1812, at Holland, Erie County, New York, and was married December 6, 1833, at Independence, Jackson County, Missouri, to Amy Sumner. She bore him 8 children. Amy died April 6, 1847, age 32, at Winter Quarters, now Florence, Douglas County, Nebraska, and was buried April 7th at Winter Quarters. Chauncey was married March 6, 1846, at Winter Quarters to Lydia Ann Cook. She bore him 13 children. Lydia died December 20th, 1882, age 52, at Orderville, Kane County, Utah, and was buried December 22nd in the Orderville Cemetery. Chauncey was married February 10, 1848, at Winter Quarters to Priscilla Strong. She bore him 11 children. Priscilla died January 9, 1895, age 64, at Orderville, and was buried January 12th in the Orderville Cemetery. Chauncey died March 3, 1868, age 55, at Centerville, Davis County, Utah, and was buried March 6th in the Porterville Cemetery.
Melinda Porter was born November 3, 1814, at Augusta, Oneida County, New York, and was married May 3, 1839, at Caldwell County, Missouri, to Ezra Alpheus Chipman. She bore him 5 children. Ezra died June 3, 1913, age 95, at Bandera County, Texas. Melinda died December 17, 1870, age 56, at Porterville, and is buried there. Sarah Porter was born September 11, 1816, at Plymouth, Oneida County, New York. She was married August 5, 1839, at Montrose, Lee County, Iowa, to David Willard. She was sealed September 6, 1852, to Edward Stevenson in Salt Lake City. Edward died January 27, 1897, age 76. Sarah died June 26, 1841, age 24, at Augusta, Lee County, Iowa. There were no children born to either of her marriages.
John President Porter was born July 28, 1818, at Plymouth, Oneida County, New York, and was married February 5, 1843, at Charleston, Lee County, Iowa, to Nancy Rich. She bore him 4 children. Nancy died December 14, 1857, aged 36, at Centerville, and was buried December 17th in Centerville. John P. was married March 27, 1853, in the Endowment House to Mary Palmer Graves. She bore him 2 children. Mary died June 18, 1896, aged 77, at Porterville, and was buried June 21st in the Porterville Cemetery. John P. died May 28, 1895, aged 76, and was buried May 30th in the Porterville Cemetery. Nathan Tanner Porter was born July 10, 1820, at Corinth, Orange County, Vermont. He was married November 12, 1848, at Salt Lake City, Salt Lake County, Utah, to Rebecca Ann Cherry. She bore him 2 children. Rebecca died December 2, 1922, age 92, at Salt Lake City, and was buried December 5th in the Centerville City Cemetery. Nathan was married April 13, 1857, in the President's office to Eliza Ford. She bore him 11 children. Eliza died September 17, 1912, age 71, at Centerville, and was buried September 20th in the Centerville City Cemetery. Nathan was married May 24, 1875, in the Endowment House to Elizabeth Alexander. There were no children from this marriage. Elizabeth died February 21, 1878, age 71, at Salt Lake City. Nathan died April 9, 1897, age 76, at Centerville, and was buried April 11th in the Centerville City Cemetery. Reuben Porter was born in May of 1822 at Augusta, Oneida County, New York, and died there the same month. Sanford Porter Jr. was born June 25, 1823, at Vienna, Liberty Township, Trumbull County, Ohio. He was married July 25, 1852, in the President's office to Emma Ensign. She bore him 10 children. Emma died May 10, 1900, age 67, at Farmington, Davis County, Utah, and is buried at Porterville. Sanford Jr. was married July 25, 1852, in the President's office to Melinda Ann Porter. She was the daughter of Sanford's brother, Chauncey, by his first wife, Amy Sumner. She bore him 13 children. Melinda died September 22, 1886, age 50, at Centerville, and is buried at Porterville. Sanford Jr. was married September 4, 1889, in the Logan Temple to Virginia Anderson Kilgore. They had no children. Virginia died March 19, 1935, age 76, at Logan, and was buried March 24th in the Logan City Cemetery. Sanford Jr. died December 12, 1913, age 90, at Logan, Cache County, Utah, and was buried December 15th in the Logan City Cemetery.
Nancy Arita Porter was born August 8, 1825, at Vienna Liberty Township, Trumbull County, Ohio, and was married April 7, 1845, at Nauvoo, Hancock County, Illinois, to Edward Stevenson. She bore him 5 children. Edward died January 27, 1897, age 76, at Salt Lake City, and was buried January 31st in the Salt Lake City Cemetery. Nancy was married July 11, 1870, in the Endowment House to Ezra Thompson Clark. They had no children. Ezra died October 17, 1901, age 77, at Farmington, Davis County, Utah, and was buried October 20th at Farmington. Nancy died November 13, 1888, age 63, at Elba, Cassia County, Idaho, and was buried November 21st in the Farmington City Cemetery.
Joseph Porter was born June 2, 1827, at Vienna, Liberty Township, Trumbull County, Ohio, and died the same day. Hiram Porter, a twin, was born June 2, 1827, at Vienna, Liberty Township, Trumbull County, Ohio, and died the same day. Justin Theodore Porter was born May 18, 1829, 3 miles east of Pekin, Tazewell County, Illinois, and died August 18, 1841, age 12.
Lucinda Porter was born August of 1831, 3 miles east of Pekin, Tazewell County, Illinois, and died the same month.
Lyman White Porter was born May 5, 1833, at Independence, Jackson County, Missouri, and was married November 5, 1852, in the President's office to Electa Mariah Kilborn. She bore him 11 children. Electa died April 24, 1917, age 81, at Porterville, and was buried April 26 at Porterville. Lyman was married March 18, 1865, in the Endowment House to Sarah Catherine Emmett. She bore him 3 children. Sarah died July 6, 1896, age 47, at Porterville, and was buried in the Porterville City Cemetery. Lyman was married October 5, 1867, in the Endowment House to Elizabeth Bailey. She bore him 9 children. Elizabeth died October 27, 1927, age 79, at Porterville, where she is buried. Lyman died March 31, 1914, age 80, at Porterville, and was buried April 3rd in the Porterville City Cemetery. Total known posterity of Sanford Porter as of 1993: 13 children, 107 grandchildren, 484 great-grandchildren, 1,679 second-great-grandchildren, 4,395 third-great-grandchildren, 3,476 fourth-great-grandchildren, for a total posterity of 10,155. With 3,600 spouses of children, grandchildren, etc., it makes his total posterity 13,755, including the spouses.
As descendants of these fine and faithful people, let us remember their strong, wonderful qualities and try to live our lives to make them proud of us. I think we can all join in the tribute to our ancestors given by Nancy Porter Moffett in 1956 when she said, "I thank the Father in heaven for my noble and faithful ancestors and for sending the gospel to them. I'm thankful that they were prepared to receive it with grateful hearts and accept the great and glorious principles of life and salvation, and taught the same to their heirs by precept and example. They taught them obedience, kindness, love, charity, honesty, truthfulness, chastity, and benevolence, to overcome selfishness and greed, to be virtuous, to sacrifice and return good for evil with kind acts and words, and ever help in time of need, to always be jovial and meet all with a pleasant smile, to be amiable and to overlook the faults of others with charity. They taught that kind, loving words bring peace and joy to the soul, while harsh words leave a sting of everlasting sorrow and regret. That love was the greatest gift of all, the foundation of all that is good." This was the Porter Creed. After 125 years since our ancestors embraced the gospel, we find that we have thanks and gratitude in our hearts. The descendants of our grandparents have proven themselves true and faithful with divine love for the gospel, and with ardent love have tried to live up to their teachings and aspirations. Their progeny seem to love one another, whether at home or miles apart, and are proud of the name that they bear.